Heavenly Father, bless each and every one that's here along with their family. Give us all wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Do thy will in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Madam President, we do have a form roll calls as follows. District 1, Mr. Hicks.
Here.
District 2, District 3,
Present.
Mr. Wilson. District 4, Mr. Hughes.
Present.
District 5, Mrs. Sanders.
Here.
District 2 is a representative.
And one sign up for public comment.
No one.
Okay. We need to, approve the consent agenda, approve the April 11 minutes, approve of July financial report, approve the outstanding invoice report.
So moved. Second.
We will talk second on the favor.
And
On the present report, at this time, I'm gonna let Dr. Campbell come up, so, Mr. Wilson along with Mr. Hughes can explain the two about this grant and some of it, and what part of the road, because we all need to do. You gave the information, but now this, she's gonna do the grant for this name of it.
Brown Street.
Brown Street. So talk with, she need to know specific what, road and street that you all do. My main thing is,
Looking at the whole, I guess, we talking about all three of them. Well, actually, all three of them roads that,
right up.
people live back there.
Saying all streets and public, is what you're saying.
Yeah, all three of them, was that James?
If
I'm
you,
kidding.
uh,
I looked at, I know it's James Street, Buckham Street, and
calls,
Cause. No, so we gonna work on what I'm waiting on, Saturday, I had the, just resolution, everything for it, and I'll make copies of it to give each one of you all, and you'll see that, we send the, property owner a letter, and within 15 days, see all that written down, in about 15 days. If not, then we could go further on with that, put on that mortgage or what have you. But what I'm going to do, I'm gonna talk to, Ezel and give him the letter and let him know what you think about doing, and if we can have them to go ahead on and clean up that going through, taking their property and all of that, that's what I want to do. So, but if we get that, grant, that'll take care of the dumpsters and this, but still, they pay some amount.
well, we have to talk with the guy and see, if we, like I say, if we get the grant, we can do like what city clean, trying to clean these up, but we probably, if we do, we probably get reimbursed for cleaning it up. Even Brownfield, it comes in, and I asked about Chicago Mill one time, they said, well, it'll be a good site, but I think the city had owed them something back then, and they never could get straight on it, but said they were paying, so they left that alone. But they cleaned, basically, old service station, where dead tanks underground, they do all that. But
So as of now, we let, Dr. Count to go and see what Brownfield can do here from, if anything that specific you need to know from us before you.
Do you have a due date? A due date? When is the grant due?
when we do, we wanna get it done quick as possible.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when we say,
Amount?
And
Amount?
we going in for the 500,000, we want, I don't know, I think the city, what the city, I think, she
Yeah, I
need,
think that's what they.
Richmond applying for it too.
Yeah.
So city can't get another, so we can apply, cause we never applied.
So who would be my contact person for my questions once I read?
Contact me, they, we can tell you what's up there. How many people live up there, and what they need done up there.
So you're just talking about the streets, the 3 streets you listed?
Yeah, it's probably it's on there.
Three ditches.
And what you want done to those streets?
Well, actually, we can go clean the ditches ourselves. The property sites is the bleak, I mean, whatever you call it.
It growed up and crashed.
Yeah. Like, yeah. It really had it.
I mean, that's all the question I have right now until I read the proposal. And to find out about the due date and all of that, so make sure you have time to get all the information together. That's it.
Oh, all right. Okay, for clarification for the minutes and all, the same, what you're asking her to do is to apply for brownfield grant on behalf of the parish, in the amount of, you said $500,000?
Okay, we need to get a motion to that. The motion to that effect,
So,
So,
all in favor? Let's do a roll call, make sure everybody on the same page.
District one,
Yes.
district two, district three,
yes.
district four,
yes,
district five.
Yes. Let's see. That's all I got.
one more thing.
Okay.
When they was gonna get a chance, the ditch, they had asked about the ditch, the first one on Butler Street. I don't know if the water main leaking or what, it's just water in the ditch, and they were yellow looking water. I think it really needs cleaning out. I don't know if it's leaking under by a shower, or it's leaking on the corner, the first streets coming in, but it's leaking because there's water in the ditch. It ain't raining.
It's Main Street.
It's the main street.
Okay. First, request permission to pay outstanding invoices with available funds or as funds become available.
I know that we pay all outstanding boards, that fund comes together.
There's something.
Line 7.
Been moving properly seven, all in favor?
Okay. I'd like permission to replace the flagpoles out in the courtyard. The 3 flagpoles. We have trouble drawing, I think Mr. Hicks can elaborate on it.
You said the 3 poles out there in front of you?
Pardon me?
You said 3 flag poles where?
Replace the 3
Out on the east
flagpoles
side.
in the yard.
Oh, okay.
On the east side, those poles, all the ropes are messed up on them. And they're old style poles, and you're supposed to have a truck on, that's a ball on the top, you know, and all that. And that's what we need, so we can put our flags back up.
So in other words, the shaking hand, we don't have a flag.
We can't put no flags up. And what you have is, the middle one's always the American flag, it's the highest pole. And down below, the other two the same level, and one of them is the Louisiana flag, and the other is the POWMIA flag.
So you want new flag poles? That's what you're saying,
We got the flags and everything to put on,
but you just need the pole.
need the pole.
So have you checked anybody that can do it or what?
I had a call from, Book this morning, asking what we wanted to do. I guess, Ricky had inquired with them in regards to, polls. So if it's the parish's desire, then they will, contact someone to replace them.
They say how much? Oh,
We don't know that.
they didn't say, I didn't know they can replace 3 flags, they can come and check and see.
Yes.
Different dent, it's a different dent. The poles all of the same dent?
Same
No,
thing.
no,
No, one
the
top.
center one's always, the American flag pole is always tall, always. And all courthouses should be flying American flags.
Okay, well, I'm fine, I just asked a question. Alright. So what y'all do? Having the comment, check on it?
Motion.
I make the motion that
Okay.
we replace those flag poles out there.
I second that.
Okay, then moving second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the contracts for the roof have been signed and will go out today to be recorded, and we should have notice to proceed very soon. Also, we have, going down to grants, the FEMA 4611 generator grant. Of course, that's been approved, so I need permission to prepare an RFQ for engineering services and to advertise.
Okay. Yeah, very good.
I'll get for the generator outside.
There are 8 sites where the generators will be replaced.
Right. Got a motion for that?
So moved.
Second.
Then moving second, all in favor?
Aye.
Unless there are questions, that will conclude my report.
And when you said the roof repair, you was talking about the courthouse roof? That's what you
Yes,
talking
the
about?
courthouse, the one that had been,
For a minute. Oh, okay.
bid on.
Okay. Did you have anything from the report from the parish attorney?
No.
Report of jury member Black District. District one.
Okay. My problems are the same old problems you know about. Gravel roads, very tough shape because of grain harvesting. Out on Thomastown Road between where the cottages live and Carpenter Plantation, there's a hole on the east side, which means if you're coming from Highway 80, it'll be on the right side.
Is it an asphalt for it?
No, this is Thomastown. Thomastown's on the road.
Oh,
Just a pothole fell in. And then I got a notice here today, it says, to me, good afternoon, what is happening with East Bear Lake Road? Thank you. I ain't been out there in a few days, so what's happening?
East Bell Lake is in bad shape
Well,
because of a lot of heavy traffic. After the bridge shut down, they rerouted traffic for East Bell Lake. And East Bell Lake was not designed for that much weight. Because I looked at today where we had a hole over one of the covers. The asphalt probably maybe an inch and a half thick. And that's not enough. And right now you got a lot of soft spots. And, the only way to fix East Bell Lake is that you're gonna have to rip it up because there's too many spots in it. And I don't know, what did they go through when they did East Bell Lake, but the base should have been tighter.
need more than 2 inches of asphalt, but
But the main thing is tighten your base up. If your base is tight enough, you can get away with something. But that's the main thing about it.
from what I can see with that, what it is, you said I want 2 inches of asphalt. Every machine lays out 2 inches. Then here comes the packer. He packs 2 inches down into 1 inch or 1.5 inches. You know, I've seen that from my driveway, you know.
But they can put out 2 inches because they know how thick it would be.
If you want,
get 2 inches.
if you want finished product 2 inches, that'd be one thing. It'd be about a 3 inch.
But with that particular road, you should have had more than one lift on it.
Right.
You should have got one thin layer. And all those curves, it can push them all up by being so soft. And like I mentioned before, cold is not the problem. It's not gonna solve the problem. Cold is just like a bandage. You know, you put it down, it might last for a while, but eventually, the whole thing is worse.
I agree.
Because the road itself, it's really pumping itself, you know. You can bounce on it yourself and feel it.
And them book shops on this like, in East Bell Lake. The whole time I worked for the paper, it's been over 50 years, it's been a problem.
But pretty well every gravel road we got, it used to be asphalt, same issue.
Yeah.
Thomastown's a fine example. See what happened in there.
Yes, it's all place.
Fine example. That's all I got, though. Just keep up the grass cutting and keep the grade.
District three.
appreciate the work that you all did from Highway 80 down to McKinney Street.
No water. Well,
On
we
North
went past,
Walnut,
we went past McKinley. We went over
to
to.
Black, over past Black. Y'all go back, y'all went to the end, all the way to.
To the river.
Okay.
So if we're having a problem later on, so we decide to
Right,
can't hold
right,
it down.
right, but see, that water comes from, that's a lot of water that comes from our town. Yes, really, it looks good. We've been needing that. And, also, what you all did up here on, Highway at the church, at the building, or whatever, by the church. Really appreciate it, that's been needed.
When we released it on, this one time.
Right, that's what it was. Yes, sir. And the grass thing, appreciate that too. You all need to, when you get a chance, the northeast side of the railroad track on Adams Street, you know where I'm talking about, this was a spot that was left, so when you get a chance, go through there and knock that down. Yes, sir. And the, health center. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me, y'all did a good job.
Thank you.
When I talked to you the other day. Yes, sir.
If we'll find out when we get to clean up Bubba over on John Street over there on Kimber Edition, down off of Chicago, killed the hands, give him money, but you got to get that, they complain about that people might be standing in an empty house, and he's gonna have to get it cleaned up, but he's supposed to get back with me on it and see what he gonna have to do. Just almost, when I had the house on the West End, I had to pay a guy to come in and clean it up and haul it up. Personally, Stan called me and said he's gonna rag me up, so I would get it done. Some of them places like that, he's a cop over in Monroe, so he's supposed to be getting back with him on see what he can eat. I mean, he had to pay for that. Reimbursed there. But, like I said, y'all did good up on, Chestnut, cause I got the house up there. Y'all pulled the tire through the cup, so that ought to help out a whole lot.
We better clean up all the covers.
Yeah, it's gonna help, but that was running down 65 for the district, you put bananas, that should help out a whole lot, that's all I got with that.
But we had already discussed District 5 earlier, so that's what we're waiting on in, public. So we can go forward on that.
Do you have an idea when, I might help the commissioner go in and do the work?
Well, with the adjudicated one, I talked to Patterson, and I think he said, at least 4 is up there. So once he map out the 4, you can go right on, because we don't know, so we're no problem. We have to wait and see who's up there. But, Patterson had to tell you.
I talked to Ms. Haywood, today, and, my concern is, how can I tell where the property line is?
That's what Patterson gonna do. Yeah, that's, before he went and put the mill out, he know exactly where. So he gonna stake it out.
I think on that little map,
Yeah,
you get from
because he
down
got,
there, the last ain't for 50 feet, 50 feet by 50. And I think that's what it is. Probably have to go by that. Now that old AT&T cable line, right? Remember, they used to keep that cut, but now they don't, they banning that line. I see Strata and park some cars on one side, and just grade grow up on the other side there.
That's another problem. What we gonna do about abandoned cars on South Road?
That's what Jay was talking about.
I got a paper to give you. We got that too.
A bunch of them out there.
I got it. We're gonna stay in touch.
We need to start somewhere.
Yeah. The property that belongs to us in Buckland, that's where we start.
One of those big lots where John Cummings had that playground at. Who owned that now? And then we moved all the playground and stuff, but he passed away. Several people that stayed there, but they don't, but they probably still there. They died.
And if they're not paying the tax, that's how we end up with it.
Yeah.
We'll check it out.
Another thing, I don't know property look like. But if it have, quite a bit of debris on it, do I, rent a container?
Okay, if it's too close to a person else, something for the grant. People will be responsible for our, if we get rain and not interfere with, person goes there, so. But if not, we may have to haul it off.
Dude,
So that's another reason we're trying to get that grant, and that would take care of that too.
back there between the sewer plant, you know, we all clean that ditch out. You they move Panola over. So we were Panola back toward the sewer plant, that belongs to us.
We got a bunch of trees, power, the hole you talking about?
And then they clean, they moved Panola over up there by Shaw House, they moved it over. We put a cover there for Shaw, so it could get crossed there, but, it belongs to us. You know, we burned some inside the fence up there, but they really don't. I mean, you can burn it, but they really don't like you bury it. They close to them houses, you might have to get them in.
But there's no houses there. What I'm talking about, right across from the sewer plant.
Right from the sewer, no, ain't no house. It's a little stretch of land in there
We
too.
cleared all that up.
All the way over to Panola.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you probably do something with that. They had some holes up there one time.
It's a deep hole over
The
there.
deep, yeah, deep hole in there. Now they're trying to put horses in there.
Yeah.
Man, they're running out of there. Okay. You clean it up, they grow a horse.
But before we leave, I got paper I'm gonna give you also, I'm gonna give it to Chad too, he's there. All right, what you got for us?
Our biggest problem now is trying to maintain East Bear Lake and West Bear Lake. Certain part of West Bear Lake, just like riding a roller coaster, because it's just up and down, And the same problem with East Bear Lake about the soil. It's so soft. So what do we do? Even part of East Bear Lake next to 65, it's in bad shape. You got a lot of asphalt, and you got to ride off on the side of the road just to travel.
Did we dig down and put concrete on Stockton Road, East Bear Lake?
It was it still got some asphalt in
You
it,
got
right
to
at the
take
top of it,
Yeah.
and that would make it so hard to maintain.
You can't grade that asphalt.
The one, like the hard road, you know, we do, y'all,
Good.
all from our city, it's still in there 4 deep, but.
Deep.
Did we do anything on Stockton?
No, we didn't do anything on Star Trek.
We just did, take some asphalt in the building, put it running on the side.
So what y'all suggest?
Just speak up, man, or sometimes picking you up with.
So what do y'all suggest?
Ooh, tad back, add up some more.
That's the only thing I see.
Yeah.
What do you think? What's your suggestion? Yeah,
My suggestion, y'all have heard about it already. My suggestion is trying to keep up with the time to make work easy for everybody. And, but if money's not there, you can't do anything.
Yeah,
But, you need certain type of equipment to eliminate a long process. And the process of using a motor grader and a sheep foot, that's a long process. And you don't have that much time to be doing all of it.
If you're ever gonna fix the bed, you're gonna have to chew it up and incorporate lime into it.
Right. But
Otherwise,
you need a machine
to do
to
that.
do that. That's the only way you're gonna tighten the bed up, is have something to chew it up and mix your lime in with your soil. Even with that buckshot, you need some type of stabilizer. If you don't get the right stabilizer, then you just mess it all, But the main thing is having what you need to do what you need.
You know, 15, 20 years ago, from 80 to 65, $7 million, double now. And there ain't enough people in this whole town raise up enough money to help. do
But,
that.
you know, I understand what you're saying about money wise, but you can't leave it like it is now because you realize it's causing a lot of damage to either for clear. Anything else that fails, you know, and, even if you get a chance to plow it up, that's still gonna be the same process if you plan on redoing it. At least it will be already set up if you do decide to pay it.
Things you're doing right now, just temporary fix. Just get you by to the winter time.
Right.
Got 4 new bridges on the regular road.
Right, road.
How's Thomastown holding up?
One bad place in Thomastown, but we fixed that particular spot. Thomastown, you know, some people be running, man, 60 miles an hour on Thomastown Road. So to run that particular speed, the road has to be in pretty good shape.
They do that on my road, can we asphalt my road?
So that's my biggest problem is, East Valley, West Valley, Cow Bayou. When they was working on the sewer plant, from Dell Valley. Cow Bayou used to hold up.
And then with that bridge, they get them crackers.
Right.
Francis Thomas had to go through that whole lot of y'all see. You got a uncount back there. But man, that days, you know, put some heavy. Got about it.
I wonder, is there any grants out there that could help us do
No.
something to some of these roads? If we can't, we're gonna be dirt roads before long.
Yeah, I don't know.
My biggest problem now, I communicate with the postal service. And, a lot of mail carriers, during the winter time, got nothing but trouble trying to get out some of these gravel roads.
Got stuck in the middle of the road, we did right.
We seen that, didn't
So, you know, right now, we can manage without gravel because it's so dry. But the first rain we get, and my budget don't allow me to buy any gravel. So what do I do?
That's a good point.
Right.
I don't know, Michelle. That could start around like that. How much you say it was about, how many years ago?
Huh?
How much it was? You said so many years ago.
$7 million. I'm sitting, maybe 65.
You really gonna have to ask for a big grant.
That's it for one road.
Grant and,
I would bet you 3 times that now.
Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah.
But I think those $100,000 a mile.
we'll figure it out, we'll figure it out.
That's it.
Okay. It is still, it's good. Still, I just got a copy of the, judge had, talking about, a resolution for the Madison Parish Hospital, and I imagine we have to go back and check, what's the
They,
name?
they've asked me several times, and I told them, I don't have the staff to go back and look in the minute books. When the young people were here, I was given 3 dates, and we looked at those years
So
that I was
back.
given.
Yeah, gotta go back a little further, huh?
So I don't have the time to go back and look further. I said that they could send someone up and look in the books.
They don't have anybody either.
Well, what they supposed to do? Stop our work and
We got to have a resolution for it, but,
I'm sure there is one, but I don't know what year to begin looking. I just don't understand myself.
well, how long, young lady, that you got to put now? How long she gonna be?
She, give me a little call, she just came back from our internship.
Okay, so what about this other young lady there?
Everybody
We need to,
go to school.
what we need to do, we need to hire a young lady to go, because we don't want the auditor, whatever, to come by the hospital and ask for that, you know what I'm saying? We probably start with, what's the name, I think before you came. Claxton, maybe we can start, they're looking at paper that was 19, 20, whatever. Cause I'm quite sure they run a hospital about having that revolution. We gotta figure it out if we have to try to pay somebody a day, that's all they do, sit down and do it. What do, Patterson do? You got time? You look over in the package, you know, for a year or something, when he's not out.
Well, you want him to come back, tell him you said that.
Yeah. Yeah, Ms. Stack and just see, I mean, yeah, let's do that. Cause we definitely need, you had your hand up, what's?
Yeah, y'all print y'all's minutes in the Madison Journal, and all of the Madison Journal is online on newspapers.com if they wanna go on there and search through it, instead of having to physically flip. And you can read all the words on the paper, so you can be very specific in what you search for. So that can save some time.
I'm in a meeting. So you got time, you think you can do it?
I don't, but it's newspapers.com, they could search for it on there.
Oh, all right. You're there. I don't know, me and you might come up there, but me and you look for it. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Okay. I'm in a meeting. I'm in a meeting. Okay, now where was I? Okay, on this, right here, y'all see y'all got another special event. I just want you to check with the bandit houses and the, vehicle. Then you can go back to all the, because that's the paper I'm gonna give him a sheet. And right now, when you go home, and that's what we're gonna go for. Got it? You know what I'm talking about? Okay. All right, where we at now?
Okay, old business, I have one item in the old business I forgot. Last meeting, we, agreed to move the polling place at Warsaw, and I need to have a public hearing for that. So, if you will grant me permission to hold a public hearing.
Right, okay. Shall we just make a motion for the hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Been moving, probably second, all in favor?
Thank you.
Okay. Now, on the, you see here where it said a special committee report, you saw the different thing. In this paper, the pack I gave you, whoever was signed, designated for that, especially with the Newsom, y'all check that out and see when we come back to pay. That's what we can do.
Okay.
All right, old business, Tallulah water bill for Regina.
So we have settled that, and we agreed upon half of the original payment. And I guess now, just waiting on everybody to do their little approval thing to get.
Motion, we get a motion to pay the balance.
I'll make a motion to pay the balance on that particular water bill.
Second.
Been moving, probably second, all in favor? Okay. Let's do a roll call on that.
District one?
Yes.
District two, district three?
Yes.
District four?
Yes.
District five?
Yeah, okay. Port Road patching.
Kamika Sterling, Madison Parish Port. Port Road patching, as you all know, you all agreed to split the cost with the port for the road patching. However, the cost increased double than what you all agreed to, and we did agree to split the cost of both entities. Originally, the cost was $18,900, and it's now $29,000. And it's due to, they patch more than what were originally was in the quote.
So who fault that is?
It's not a fault, cause it,
That could be because who went out and estimated about who did that? The people that did it, looking at it, that's what I'm saying, so they probably had to eat that other part. Well, that's your guy that paid up, over the head. They're from 18 to 20? That's a big jump. Seriously, you know, seriously. I don't say I didn't make that big mistake.
It wasn't a big mistake, it was the work that's needed on Port Road.
From 18 to 20, you had someone to go out and check that, right? And they should know, you know. And if they made that from 18 to 20, I can see from 18 to 1850, but from 18 to 20, that's a whole lot.
It did two spots or just one? Just what the cover collapse said, or did they do another spot?
They did 2 spots. Where they replaced the culvert, there was a culvert collapse.
Mhm.
That amount was never in there. The culvert collapse was never in there.
Mhm.
What they agreed to do was the lengthening that was damaged where the road was caving in. And over time, that road did get worse as we progressed to have the work done due to all the rain that we were receiving and other things that came up.
I understand exactly what you're saying. I probably understand. But from 18 to 20, I don't see how the road collapsed in that short of time with the rain.
It did not road collapse, the damages to the road. Ms. Sanders, I want you to understand
I'm
that all of
understanding,
the
I'm
traffic,
understanding.
all of the traffic that's on Port Road since the Meta project has started. So with that, there's additional damage. I contact Mr. Epps every time there's a problem. There's an additional problem out there beyond that area.
Well, if y'all got that extra money, go ahead on. That's a lot of money. From 18 to 20. That's what I'm saying.
29.
29.
29. It's at 29.
Yeah, we made a motion to do 18.
That's what I'm saying.
Just come, come back.
You need to speak up, Johnny, I'm not.
Yeah, so we had made a motion for 18. You paid it.
Yeah, half, 18 and half of that. So that's all I'm saying. And see, it's just like, it's more damage. That's been bothering this dude with waxing, you know what I'm saying? Because long as it rains, it's gonna be moist, you know, gonna be.
Yeah.
Well, that's y'all,
And we can talk to Miller, bring Miller on the other side.
I do agree with that, and I did get the information from Mr. Epps to submit the new balance, but however, we have to pay it. We have to pay it.
Probably, since we did get a grant to fix the road, state paid for it. What did the state say, they talking to him, you know?
To do what?
I mean,
For the difference.
for the help out on the road.
We would have to get another grant.
We're gonna have to get another
We would
one.
have to get another grant.
That's probably what we're gonna have to do, man,
But in the meantime,
to get paid.
we have to pay that one. And I do want to add, there was an incident on Port Road just over the levee last week, which was a problem of another trucker sitting there waiting to be loaded, and someone was kind of speeding going over the levee, which there's a dead spot. I did talk to Mr. Epps to see what what equipment that we can get put on top of the levee, so there's possibly to slow them down, and the port is going to pay for that, but I do have to let you all know what we're putting out. And it'll be flashing, once you see the flashing light to slow down at a particular point. Because over the levee it is, blind spots there.
So you have something to put out?
No, we don't have to buy it.
No, the port is gonna purchase it.
That's what I'm saying, so. But he gonna tell you what you need to get, or you just gonna get it on
I
the
actually sent him what I
What you gonna get?
wanted.
We're gonna have solar or?
Yes, solar.
Cause you gotta run electricity.
Right, we'll have to do some boring into the levee, and that'll take a longer time than what we have right now.
Okay. That's pretty good, now we back to the, from 18 to 29.
We met,
We gotta be real.
we supposed to meet Wednesday with Doug Mitchell and all them. You know, they helped us out by through getting it, ran through DRA. I'm gonna ask him about what can he do to help us. Yeah, it's a new road, a lot of work going on, and we had some damage. We thought it was 18, damage and double. So we're gonna ask him, what can he do? What can they do to help us out? What did he get a grant for?
are you all applying for any grants through them?
We do. I don't know what's going right now.
So you all have your extra part, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, good. Well, why don't you just pay all of it and then we'll see about it and giving you it back? Not promise.
See about what now?
Reimbursements.
She understands.
No, you faded out, I just wanted to make sure everything's on the
I
record.
said, just pay the extra since you all got the money and we don't. That's what
We
I'm saying.
don't have it, so that's why we're here to split the cost with everything.
But then you just say, oh, yeah. You don't
I
have,
said to
you all,
split
and
the
then
cost, I said that we have the money to
Just do-
purchase the
the
signals, that's what, we want to purchase the signals for the levy.
what's the, I'm talking about this from
I mean,
the 18,000
But
back to
I said
29.
what we have, yeah, but I do agree that the port will take care of the entire deal.
Okay.
But
But
we
we want to
will,
get good understanding.
the port will
I'm talking
take
about
care of the entire invoice, but we will request a reimbursement for the parts that the parish agreed to.
Just at 18, or whatever they part, whatever the part. we supposed to pay.
50% of that
She
29.
like, she,
Yes.
no, I don't know about 20%, no, I ain't say that. I ain't say that, Ms. D. I didn't say 20% of the
I didn't
extra.
say 20%.
Oh, what you said?
You said 50%.
I said, we said we would pay half.
Half for that 18, half for 18.
So
but
now what we're discussing is,
we already done
our
discussed
deal.
it. We discussing just the 18 now until we get some more money. We can say that we can pay off the rest of it. If you don't have it, then that's a horse of another color. So we gotta be fair. Now, do you have the other money? Y'all gonna vote on the other part? How much the other part will be? So don't come back at me.
so it's up 50%, 15 each, huh?
Well, you just saying,
It's
it's gonna
30,000.
look like we got it, and then we'll be acting like you
No,
saying all
you're
that.
not asking me about the money, you asking, all I'm saying
I know.
is 15,
Uh,
if it's
they
30,000,
they
then
know.
15,000 would be the parish.
Mhm. And I say,
But what is gonna be the outcome if you don't pay it? This is your
yeah,
pretty well only asphalt layer in the area.
Yeah, we have.
So if I was him though, then I'd come on back and I'd make sure every time I did work for you, it'd be 3 times what it would work, you know? You see what I'm saying? They gonna have to recruit their money somehow or another. And if they put extra asphalt down, I know we may not have the money, but we are obligated to. We wouldn't wanna go out there and dig it back up, would we? You know? If you didn't pay for it, I'm gonna take it back up.
well,
But you,
if you're in there, that's what they probably had to do. But now, if we voted on the 18,
well,
that's what
I
I'm saying.
understand that too.
Okay, and if we had the extra and we know it's benefit the people, be all right. But we want to say, okay, yeah, we'll do that, and then
Yeah,
we'll
I
discuss when they
understand.
got it. So I'd like to know.
I
before
understand
start
both
signing.
sides.
I need to see that letter too, because I didn't sign it either, about something about economic thing, that's what I was trying to tell you.
I don't have.
It's up there,
It's
yeah.
up, right. But
So
Ms.
that's that,
Sterling
see,
can-
my thing is, we don't, the road need fixing, we understand all that, but if we gonna do this, we got to be straightforward with it. I'm not gonna be studying that, no, maybe they saying okay, and they ain't got it, they even saying, well, it's okay, I'm okay, I don't know. What you saying to do, what you asking,
The road does belong to the parish,
That-
and it's the parish responsibility to have the
my
upkeep
long
on the
to my
road.
responsibility, if I ain't got it, so don't come with that one.
And I understand, that's why we're
That's what I'm
going in
saying.
together, Ms. Anders, and
I
not
know.
just asking you all to take care of the full balance,
Right.
we are going in
Okay,
together.
But you say it's 18, and then now you say it's 29, and that's what you saying?
I wish that it was at that cost, trust me, I wish that it was
I
at
know.
that cost and that was it.
I know, but and what did you ask us? Let's go back to, what did you ask us?
I asked you for half of the cost of $18.
So, do I have a right to question you all ask about the 29? Okay, that's all I want to know.
And that's what
Okay.
you were doing, questions and
There you go,
answer.
there you go. Now it's up to the other 3, they do what they want, I'm just one person. But see, my opinion, you see what I'm saying? I don't wanna come afterwards and say, well, you said it, now come sign this, you see what I'm saying? And if we able to pay for it, fine, but we can't come and say that we agreed for the 18, and then it's 29, so what we got to do? What you call it, resend it, redo that, and do it all over again? Cause you gotta put it in the thing, right?
I would say that the cost would not have to be done immediately. I can invoice over quarters, so it won't hurt the parish.
Immediately. So,
I would not, I would
no, I'm just
invoice,
saying, I
I
know,
would
it, but it's
invoice by
still there,
quarter.
though, so I'm saying.
Oh,
it's still there.
absolutely.
Okay, that's,
And again, there's more damage to Port Road now.
I know, I understand
There's more
that.
damage to Port Road now.
I understand. I think that young man back there, I'm gonna ask about his road too, probably going. It's 3 more up here, what else?
You force them over time, and
Yes,
if it's unavailable, we probably see what we can.
okay,
Maybe we've even got some grant or something.
I'll do a
Talk
quarter.
to somebody.
This quarter's
Go
almost
get
out.
the thing, man.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely,
can't say anything.
Yeah.
If the governor body, you can get in trouble.
thank you. Secondly,
Excuse me, you should move on. Okay, let's clarify what's gonna occur.
so the port will pay the entire invoice and invoice the parish quarterly for their portion, half of the 29.
So the parish will need to give a motion to agree to that.
Make a motion.
Well, the president has to.
He'll be it in January, you're gonna be president in January, one of them.
One president.
No, you gonna be it. You got it straight, so you all straight, y'all satisfied with it? You satisfied with it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll make it.
I make a motion. Oh, you gonna make a motion.
I was telling you, don't make a motion.
I make a motion. I make a motion that,
No, come back, no motion.
Port Commission go ahead and pay, and then we'll reimburse them in quarters.
All in favor? I better not call roll call, cause I ain't gonna tell what I might not say, you better let it stay as is, so you don't go ahead and make it, all right? When I call Art and tell him to say, whatever.
So the port has, applied for, another grant, and it's EDA. With Delta Regional Authority, so I am here asking for a support letter from the parish. No money, just a support letter.
Is that letter was in that folder, Miss Dew?
Yes, it is.
That's what I know. See, I have read that, it's in front of me. I don't want to sign that I didn't quite understand what's going on. I didn't sign it, you see what I'm saying? So let me look and check and see just what is what. Now, you tell me your, everybody then, I'm gonna see it again.
So,
But I didn't sign it.
the port normally gets dredged by the Corps every year. Due to budget cuts, the dredging time and days have been cut. So I decided to go out for EDA grant with Delta Regional Authority so that I can have additional dredging days for the port, to keep the port open. As you all know, with the Meta project, we don't need to have that port closed at no point in time because it will stop all the loads coming in and out. So we need to keep the port open. Right now, the river's at 18, so we're loading off of the lower end. We kind of have like a makeshift area where we're loading now, but we need to have the port open at all times. So that particular grant is for $500,000 so that we can get additional days to keep the port open for dredging.
You know, the part that I'm not too pleased, within 15, 20 minutes, the letter is in front of me, and it says, "Dear Miss Peggy or Miss somebody," and then at the bottom, then I sign as if I had written it. It'll be nice if we talk about it, let me know what's going on. Then when I see a letter said, "Dear Miss Peggy," then I say, okay, we talk about it. You understand what I'm saying? Not just write the letter and just have it here and say, and signed by them.
Ms. Hammond, normally when I call you, you tell me to contact one of the other jurors. So at this
Did you?
point, I did not. I talked to Ms. Duke.
Okay,
And
what she say?
what we were
She
doing.
understand what's going on?
I understood what was going on, and I placed the letter in, I typed the letter and placed it in.
So, okay, and then you normally call me and tell me what's happening.
The same, I put that in the folder, and when you get the folder, you usually call me, had asked me
I
about
just
that.
got it for a few minutes though, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, we could, I knew she was up here.
We gonna talk tomorrow. I might sign it tomorrow, but we gonna talk, okay? She knows.
And I did do that grant hurriedly. I've already submitted. Your support letter is very important to me.
The one that you said I got to sign.
It closes today. It closes today. I submitted Friday, and I did it hurriedly because of the problems that we were having. So, yeah, I did it.
And I heard, so all you need is my signature, I heard.
Yeah. That you're supporting the project that I'm doing.
Yeah, but I
understandably that the board needs
it
to
means
remain open.
really and truly. I mean, think I'm about the worst person or whatever.
I do not.
But signing something and don't understand, and when they come back and say, well, you signed, and then I'm looking crazy. Oh, I signed that? Duh. Well, why are you sitting there and you saying you don't know what's happening? If I don't know something, I'm gonna ask somebody that I feel like know. And if I'm not comfortable, that's all I'm saying. You know, I'm not against nothing that try to better the town, whatever. But I'm not gonna be studying Christmas just because. You understand what I'm saying, honey? Okay. That's all. We'll talk. What else we got?
And thirdly, which is my last one.
Do we need a motion for her to sign support letter?
You can put a motion there. So
mean,
if I sign, you go ahead on with the motion for what I'm saying.
If you sign to do a motion.
I'm saying, you can motion that it'd be okay for me to sign it, but until I sign it, we need to talk about it. But then once they say okay, and I need to understand, then I will, but you already have every paper.
May I ask a question related to the support letters? If I talked to you about a support letter, would you like to have it drawn up on your own rather than me having it pre-prepared for
I
you?
won't draw it up at all. It doesn't matter whether you do it or not, just
No,
explain
I mean,
things
just
to me.
for an,
Yeah, 'cause
that's
I'm
what
not
I'm asking.
gonna draw nothing. No,
That's
you're
what I'm
not.
asking.
Just as long as you let me know in time so I can digest what's going on,
Okay.
and let's explain it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Not draw it up and in 30 minutes I'm looking and saying, okay. Cause see, I'm a slow reader. I can read real slow, you know, kind of. All right, what's next? What third?
We agreed to do another grant with Delta Regional Authority for a turning lane of Highway 65. However, DRA their closing dates have changed. Just as I submitted early with the EPA, which is today, Delta Regional Authority now has a closing date of 8:30. So I wouldn't have time to do that one. And reading so that it's possible that we can do a CDBG grant to do the turning lane. And Jura Hughes later on that we can still get together and do a grant for Port Road. But right now the dates are closing, so that's where we are with that.
How we
Second line here.
Just for informational purposes, the Louisiana Outdoors project has not been closed officially. So until that's closed, it will hold up your block grant. So, but I'm in the process of getting all the documents. I've been having problems with the state returning my call to respond to questions. So I'll try to get it out this week, one way or the other.
Not off the record, but additionally, some of the equipment that, Mr. Epps is needing, because he grades a lot up at the port, I would also like to ask that the police jury and the port look for, grants to help with the cost of additional, equipment, so that he'll have that.
So you want us to look for it?
No, I said the both of us, we can, you and Ms. Duke run across a couple grants, and maybe we can do it for equipment, so that, maybe the both of us can assist him with that.
If you're doing a lot of gravel from your place, then just go ahead on. We appreciate it. That's not, what he asking for is not no grader, it's this other thing he's talking about.
all of the equipment that he uses, the port needs his
So
assistance.
you all can have your own, and just park it on the side, hire somebody to help him out, what I'm saying? Because he'll need more manpower, more equipment, and more people he'll need to hire.
That's a whole audit issue.
I know. Mhm. So back to my question.
It's an audit issue. If we get it together with the parish being over it, then that way it'll be two entities going out together that possibly make the grant look much more appeasing to everyone that somebody's going in together to help.
Yeah, I know.
I
appreciate that. Yeah, I know.
just recommendation.
But we
just-
got, you ain't gonna have time to do all, look for all of that. Remember, I'm trying to get us to get their resolution, since you don't have the manpower.
It doesn't have to be done immediately. Sometime down the line, Drew Wilson, we can all discuss that. We can discuss it with our commission. Just to help out.
Anything else?
That's it.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, absolutely.
See you next 2 weeks.
Okay, well, come over to the board meeting tomorrow. We'd love to have you.
I know, no you don't. I promise you don't want me over there. No you don't. I probably will. When is it?
Tomorrow, 5 o'clock. I'll call you and remind you.
We're gonna be at the office right in town. Not long, I'm gonna see. I need to sit back and just see. That's what I did at the hospital. Check them out. I need to see. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, ma'am, you're always welcome.
Yeah, right.
The whole entire yours.
Hmm.
They come.
Oh, they don't never bring nothing back to tell. They just go. I don't even know nothing.
That's what we got him for the report.
No, you gotta come back and tell me what's happening. Okay, where are we at now? I'm lost where I'm at. Yeah, we done talked about both. We got that square away. Okay, new business, Scott Airport improvement. Scott Airport improvement. What's happening about that?
I sent that out to everybody about the, grant. The DOTD.
Yep, I seen that. Okay. Y'all got a problem with that? Y'all look at it?
And that's the, our vice president executed.
You know what, I was looking at, I don't know who called me. I was looking at them in the meeting. If somewhere I was reading, I got my glasses, and I had a couple of questions. And it might have been solar. Well, when they started saying sponsor, I wanted to make sure they got that straight. You know, see, got that problem. And the problem is, it's not. I'm gonna read it now, y'all, we can't read it, I ain't gonna read it. Let's check it, I ain't gonna read it. I don't wanna do it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Y'all agree with the airport, that's what they asked them for, what they wanted to do?
Basically, when I read it, what I read there was they just told us, this is the plan, right, this is how the rules go. You know, they didn't have no dollar figures and nothing, they didn't even say.
It's a maintenance agreement.
It's a,
There's some
Agreement
figures
for
that I
3,000.
Yeah, some figures, I read the figures of, Article, 4, I think. And see, that's mean I underlined it, instead of saying sponsor, I had to read it twice, because when I said sponsor, and then to sign it, I didn't want to sign it, but anyway, I said sponsor, then I'd be responsible for it, see, that's what I'm talking about. Did you see that part? Seen it? Alright, so do they, okay, what time? Because they got a lot of article 2, article 3, article 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
to me, all of that is, that's a policy, right, that you do, you know, these are the way it goes.
The resolution now, where I said, whereas the Madison Parish Police Bureau has requested funds assisted from the Louisiana DOT for reimbursement of the general aviation maintenance expense. On the line, I checked that, and then when it continued saying, sponsors, when I read this, so they'll be responsible.
The way I read that, that would be actually the people running Scott Airport, right?
That's what I'm saying, yeah, when I read again, I on the line, I have to read a couple times, because down here where they want me to sign it, that's what I was looking at there too. Okay. So if y'all understand it, okay with it, now I need a motion to that effect.
So maybe,
Second, all in favor?
alright,
Let's do that real quick.
District one,
yes,
district two, district three,
Yes.
district four,
Yes.
district five.
Yeah. Okay, we already talked about both. What we got? Okay, what is this? I have a problem, Mr. Ellis? What you say you need it for?
Because I don't agree with the
I don't,
contract.
that's when I told you to come out. I have a problem with this, maybe they don't. And that's, going right back to the reading part.
I read the whole contract.
And then look, he wrote, look, he didn't type the other, but he ended up, did the little writing. In other words, if you're greater, see the two men that was on Vowel was scrap, so it don't matter who. Maybe some of us said 24, 25 already. But when I read this, he's gonna be the auction fella, whatever. And if we friends, and he other, if you want, let's say, well, I know you can get $300 for it, whatever, but I'm gonna say 100. That's the way it was written in here. And I'm- I don't-
50%.
That's what I know. It doesn't start
So
with.
what he's saying is, in your contract, is that he's gonna deal with the highest bidder. The highest bidder could be $1.
You better believe it.
You know?
I'd rather for you to take
I
chance if
believe
you ain't got but a little money for the
Right.
two, out of the two men, whoever, don't make no difference, that gave you a bid. To go ahead, come on, and do that. Don't call me, but bitch, it was nice talking to you, yeah.
I believe it. I will trust.
Did y'all, you seen that in there?
so what you're saying is, let's take these two individuals, let them, with their bid, buy that used equipment.
But the other two guys was not talking about the equipment, they were talking about scrap iron.
You know, that's the same thing.
So,
And that either one of them come back and deal for the whole thing, I guarantee you that, more. At least you'll know somebody here, but going off to Alexander, whatever, and they're saying, oh, yeah, we can make plenty of money on this.
You're probably gonna have there is like, say you gotta pay him his 15% of all your profits, right?
right.
So you might be better off the other way.
It is that off there, but. So we gonna, okay, we agree to whatever we want to handle it. We appreciate him coming down on this, but I'm not for it. Up to you all, if y'all want him to do it, fine. Well, you need some money, Mr. Ellis, you show me. You come back with two breakers on that line, you pay like $200. And then you be saying, let's do it, well, we can find somebody right here. And I hope she said,
Now, if you go with that, one of these two guys, or both of them, or how you wanna do it, they're gonna be responsible for getting that equipment off the lot, right? Cause some of the big equipment's gonna take 18 to haul it, right?
but I know that one of the fellows who got the stuff there, I don't know what the other one, man. I don't know. But anyway, probably go ahead on and clean off. You say had some, material stuff there on you probably for a long time. Yeah, they don't offer that. All right, so we got that set. The
So
solar,
final is that you're not gonna enter into this agreement.
yeah, we're not gonna entertain that, all right. Yes, ma'am. Okay, the solar power generation, y'all read that too?
When I read that, I took that to also, if you want to put a solar on your house, you have to go by this contract, right?
Yeah, you see what it.
Or if you want to tear it down, you got to go by the contract.
Yeah. Yeah.
They set the contract, you know, that, the policy on it, we don't.
This is just a notice of intent, it's not a contract.
It just.
But it's, they handle it, we don't, we have to abide by it.
So the only thing that, parish probably be concerned with, if there are any, property owners that intend to entertain the idea of placing solar on 75 acres or more, that's when the parish needs to come into, well, it automatically goes to the state for.
They have to fill out a form to get the permission to do that.
Yeah.
So anything less than 75 acres, I guess the parish will need to decide how they're gonna handle it. If that arises.
Yeah, I highlighted a couple of things that they had said. I'm ready. That's when I said I need more time. See, I'm not a fast reader like you all. I'm old. I take the time. I take. Let me back it back. So, see, y'all young people don't read. So what?
What about
What did you do, Mr. Do y'all want to, what y'all want to do?
I mean,
they just put it ain't nothing to do, really.
it's just, you need to consider, like I said, how you're gonna handle, solar projects less than 75 acres. So it's nothing, I mean, you need to decide today, but
So what would happen is, if I would want to put in some solar, then I would have to come fill out a permit. And then you say, well, this is what you gotta do, right?
Yeah, it's a permit and then X number of dollars too. Did you see how much you pay? It's more to it than just
It's
they
a lot
put
to
it
it,
up.
man.
Yeah.
Whoever's doing the project would have to understand that, they, and abide by it.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's it. That's it. Anything else?
Pipeline.
Pipeline. Okay, what happened with the pipeline?
So September the 9th.
September the 9th, what about it?
Every day.
That's it.
Have we been booked yet?
Yes, you should receive an email
Oh, in Dale House, City
Aye.
Center?
to sign in. You should have been, received an email to sign in,
So-
the three of you.
So who's gonna be the one to come back and let us know something? Who's gonna be that person?
Our senior juryman?
Our parish is pretty long.
That's for everybody.
I'll be for every operator.
That's for everybody.
YouTube.
Let me say this again. Who's gonna be the main one to come back and report what's going on? Mr. Hughes, thank you.
We get president.
We ain't gonna be president. I'm gonna play with me. Anything else? Any correspondence? Any public comments, Miss, you got everything? Any public comments? Anything else?
Yeah, I do have one final comment. David Williams, Port Commissioner, I'd like to thank, Mr. Yoks, for demolition of the building on 117 East Green Street that was utilized for the American Legion Post 544. It is down, it's looking good. Appreciate you, Jury, Mrs. Wilson. And, it's gonna be a slow process, but we will, get the job finished. What we did was the beginning, and we have that, and we appreciate you all for establishing this so we can get it done.
You know, if y'all clean that brick up, we're solid.
We're gonna stack it.
Yeah.
Whether we sell them or not, it's gonna be open to the public.
They provide it, them type brick.
Okay, anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Haywood, Turner, man, okay.
I've got a question. Who owns the dumpster in Delta? I was at a board meeting with them recently, and I think there's some confusion about who owns and empties it.
Excuse me, you wanna come up?
So we can-
Sorry.
Holding this with the Madison Journal. I'm wondering who owns and operates the dumpster in Delta? If it's the police jury or
We pay for it.
we do?
Yeah, we going to.
Thank you very much.
I don't know, shit, I gave you that, what reason you wanted to know? Anything else, I need a motion to adjourn. Did you want to say?
I wanna come back to the next meeting.
No,
I'd
you
like to
know,
be
why
added to
you
the
here, come
agenda.
on.
No, ma'am, I'm gonna wait.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I wanna
But
get
maybe we
off the ducks
cover
in a
some
row.
of what you was talking about, right?
Ma'am?
Did we cover anything you?
Yes, ma'am. Some of
Okay.
it.
Just wanna make everybody happy. All right, anything else? I need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
All right.